motion sensor. We got a motion sensor on this head. Got a snake around here, right? Oh, geez. Oh, lovely.
Pew! Oh, oh, that kneecap. Yes, it was, Lister. Yes, it was, Beast. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first commentary, my first real attempt at commentary. I've never really, tried this before. Did a guest commentary one time, but that was, I don't know, that was over Call of Duty gameplay, and I really don't want to even legitimize that by saying it's real. I wanted to talk about Metro with you guys today because I have some friends who hate Metro and refuse to play it. And then, of course, it's one of the more popular maps generally, but it's also a pretty important map in competitive play. I really like the way it's designed. I know a lot of people don't like that there's no vehicles. That's actually a big deal breaker for a lot of people, but technically, according to Battlelog, blowing up a spawn beacon is considered destroying a vehicle, so there are vehicles on this map. Suck it. No, but really, I like it because it's got this really, it basically takes the best part of Call of Duty, puts it in a battlefield for one map alone, and then lets you enjoy that. So you don't get this, on every other map. You don't get this only dealing with infantry, only dealing with infantry movement, and the movement is the most important part. I mean, gun skill is obviously important, but, hiding, head glitching at the back of the map isn't going to win you the game. Hopefully. That happens sometimes, and it's always a sad thing to see. 250-0 kind of stuff. Why is he using an M98B indoors? See, that's another thing about Battlefield, is that works, but it doesn't work. They punish you for doing that, but then it's so rewarding when they do. Same as a crossbow. And then they also punish you for spraying like a fucking idiot. That was always a good time. But then the crossbow just makes it all better. That was in his... You realize where that hit? That's like right in the hip pelvic area. That would really suck. God, it would be painful. Oh, there's an alarm sign. I never read that before. And Metro is also cool because there are these really narrow flanks. So when you do get behind a team with like a Saiga or I guess an Asval, but you can spray down a whole squad before they turn. It's pretty sweet. And then you can crossbow people while they try to flank you, which I imagine is incredibly frustrating. I know it's frustrating when I get killed while I'm trying to flank. Damn those people. The escalators are just total funnel. I mean, this map is all one giant funnel, one giant straightaway. And the most interesting areas of the map, I'd say, are Alpha and Charlie, the two home flags, because they're more dynamic. The cover is less, it's very, very just one-dimensional on B flag. But then on Alpha and Charlie, they've got all this different material available to work with. And then the other side of it is, once you get to the home flag of the opposite team, they go crazy. They start to freak out. They're like, Rambo reviving. Here's a great example of Rambo revive. C4, he blew himself up. My teammate totally just survived that because fuck Battlefield logic. And now I'm going to get res. The only thing that suffered was my skill rating. No KD suffered. That guy cried a little bit probably because that was really frustrating for him, but actually he's a noob, so one kill is about as good as it's going to get. And, Mad Mike grenades, and somebody decided to put a C4 where the Mad Mike grenades are. Yes, they are, Lister. That was frustrating for me because you feel like people should have watched that YouTube. How does that video not have like 300,000 views? It's just the most essential. I am better at Metro because of Mad Mike. Thank you, Mad Mike. But the other thing I'm good at is crossbow, and nobody taught me that. Actually, if you want to learn how to get better at a crossbow, look at my other videos, because I tend to use it a lot. It's the douchiest class. Like, I do not help my team at all. I run whatever selfish primary I have, something silenced, hopefully, to not get spotted so I can get montage clips. And then I use a crossbow because, fuck medkits and tugs. Why don't I just use a crossbow? And fuck scan bolts, too. That would help your team, so don't do that either. And then I don't put my spawn beacon down, because why would I? I do get Nemesis Victim 80, though. Obviously, you guys can read, but I just like to emphasize that. That guy got killed by me 8 times in a row and didn't even have a chance. That guy's a dick, though. Total dick. And I'm a dick for having AKD and stacking a bunch of noobs. I guess I'd say about Metro that it's not the best map in the game. Certainly one of the most popular maps in the game, but that does not make it best. The best designed map in the game is probably a map that everyone hates, like Tehran or Noshar. Those are good maps because they require some thinking. They, have different sides to them. They're not fucking just parallel. They're not mirror images of each other. Every Call of Duty map is the same on both sides. Almost, you know, I hate to compare to Call of Duty, but okay, let's say to another game. No, fuck, there are no other good games. Why are there no good games right now? I guess Crysis 3 is kind of in the picture, but I've never been a big Crysis fan. Maybe it's because when they released that Crysis 2 beta on PS3, it was such garbage that they took it down after 3 days. So that's Crysis on PS3. That's why I'm not going to get that game. I will be looking at getting Bioshock Infinite for sure. Yeah, who would want to go on Team Chat to talk to Naj? Good point, Marines. So Bioshock Infinite, but I don't know if I'm going to get that out right away. I will put up some videos when I can. Last of Us is coming in June, and God of War in March. So that's 3 games I know I'll be getting in the next, you know, semester or so. And the clip is, you know, we're running. Oh no, we got one more clip after this, but don't chase people with a crossbow like I just did. That's bad. If you want to learn how to not play Metro, here's a great example. Don't try to stop and revive somebody. Either keep moving and revive, or stop and shoot, I guess. I don't know what that guy's. Don't crawl around on your belly like an idiot, like that guy. And probably don't use a crossbow. I can't emphasize that enough. And then don't shoot the guy who just spawned. Shoot his buddy. Either way, I was fucked there, though. I don't know. There's not a lot you can do in that situation. Yeah, we're running out of time here. I'm going to take this noobs tag. Stop using engineer kit on Metro, buddy. It's just bad for the team. Pot meat kettle, right, guys? I appreciate any views you give this, because it does get me hard when you give me views. Subscribe, I just explosion of joy. So thank you for that. Thank you for watching these mediocre at best clips, because I do appreciate that as well. Look at that. If there are maybe 6 dudes possible that I got 3. And this bitch runs up the stairs. So that really exciting, right? This is just great fun. And look at me chase. I even waited like 3 seconds. This is not like a determined chase. This is like a, you know what? That guy's probably so bad that I can run right after him and not die. And I was right. So thanks guys, and have a nice Sunday, Monday, whatever. I don't care.